People know this area as New York City's Yorkville neighborhood. It's a very affluent part of the city, lots of high-end residential properties. And this is all coming as quite a shock to the people who call this area home. They are actually, many of them are being told they can't go back to their residence right now while police continue their work here down the street. A couple neighbors have told me they've not been given a time frame as to when they will be able to return home. So lots of the people who live here are very shaken up, very anxious. This really, marking another tense moment.
Doesn't mean it doesn't punch at a very high weight. If that device had detonated, or if either of them had detonated, you would have had deaths, unquestionably. This is the substance that was used in the Ariana Grande case that went off in Manchester, and other very serious cases. And so I can guarantee you this is one of those things where they really have all the horses out there looking at this. Everybody's working today in relation to this case.
Paul, this is Joey. I'm not sure if you're watching the TV right now, but I think you recognize my voice. I'm going to just stick with that, just with my own background, and let's discuss that a little bit. I'm getting updated on this as well as the rest of the American public. Do you know, so TATP is a substance that's highly volatile, it's very sensitive. Generally, it's used as an initiator, not a main charge. Because it is so sensitive, making enough of it to make a main charge is very difficult, and it's not cost effective compared to a lot of others that are used. Do you have any idea, we're hearing reports of TATP, is it just that it was involved in the IED? Do you know if there are other substances? In other words, are they saying that the entire IED was TATP? Because if that's the case, chances are they didn't make it right, and that's why they were able to make so much of it.
Yeah, I would go with that interpretation of what I'm hearing, especially from the size of the devices. We're at a car bomb, and that might be what's going on right now on the Upper East Side, because my understanding is the two incidents are linked.
Yeah.
And my gut tells me what happened here is they did the canvassing, they probably did a video canvass of cars coming in and out, etc., and they ascertained that this car comes back to one of the perps somehow or other.
I got you.
So if you have a TATP as an initiator, you can do various things. Let's not give out formulas, but there's things you can do it at a car bomb level that can make it punch at a higher weight. In light of the size and the fact that they had the nails wrapped around with the duct tape, it tells me that likely was all you had here, but doesn't mean it wouldn't have been highly deadly. And we really did get lucky. My question is how if it's they either blew the proportions, or maybe one of those cops, because the cops came right up on the devices, they might have pulled the fuse out. So it could be some storyline like that. I don't have that information, but obviously by now they investigate.
Grand Rising, everybody. This is Dice Game G coming back here on the Vicious News, and we send it out to New York City. 6 people arrested after imposed explosive device thrown during New York protests. A protest outside the home of the New York mayor took a violent turn on Saturday after an explosive device was thrown by leftists. 6 people have now been arrested in connection with the incident, which took place outside Garcia Mansion, the mayor's residence. According to Police Commissioner Jessica Tuskey, said 2 rival protests took place, one led by Jake Lane to protest the Islamic takeover of the city, composing about 20 people, and a counting demonstration led by leftists. New York mayor just said, "I just survived an assassination attempt by these 2 Muslim men. The homemade bomb they threw landed 3 feet in front of me. The detonator failed to ignite because God is on the throne of my life. We will never surrender." The counter-protesters from a group called Stand Against Hate significantly outnumbered Lane group, and according to Tusker, lit and threw a ignited device towards the protest area. Witness reports seeing flames and smoke as it traveled through the air before it struck a barrier, igniting itself a few feet from police officers. 2 individuals directly involved in the attack were arrested at the scene, and 2 explosive devices were also recovered. Tussa described the device as a bit smaller than a football and composing a jar wrapped in black tape, importantly with nuts, bolts, and screws, along with a hobby fuse that could be lit. We do not yet know whether the device was a functional, imposing explosive device or host devices, because we do not know if there was organic materials contained in them. Tussa said both recovered devices are being transported by the bomb squad and totally containment vessels to Robin Neck for further testing and analysis. No injuries was caused. The FBI Joint Terrorist Task Force is now investigating the incident. And I'm telling you, New York is a walking hellhole right now, because the mayor, you know what I'm saying, he just went far left to it. You know what I'm saying? He promised this, he promised that, he said he was gonna raise rates or nothing like that, but like I said, this is, communism at its best. We told you, you know what I'm saying, all this whole stuff that's been shown to the American people, that these politicians are fake. They are looped in with the deep state. All the truth is coming out. I'm telling you, this is news. And like I said, I like to, post this and let people be aware of what's going on. I'm telling you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this long and wide. Cause like I said, we gonna stay up on it, and I'm just gonna give it to you, cause we can't cover everything, because there's so much stuff going on. Like going on in the Middle East, going on in Mexico, Greenland, Donald Trump. It's a lot of stuff that is need to be reported on, but we only can give, what we can keep up with. It's just what it is. I'm Dice Game G here on the Vicious News. Like I said, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. All y'all newcomers, please subscribe if you figure this channel is you. And like I said, we be back with more news. I'm telling you, it's non-stop news coming daily, on a daily basis. I love y'all, and y'all be out.